did all of those crazy customs come from? Dressing up in costume, getting drunk, using noisemakers to blot out the name of the enemy, celebrations that last sometimes all night long. A lot of scholars actually think that Purim has pagan roots, that even though it began in the ancient world of Persia, 400 BCE, its earlier roots come from the Babylonian New Year, when the Jews were captives in Babylon. During the New Year, there were festivals of drinking and dancing and costume wearing and putting on of masquerade plays in which a new king was selected, corresponding to, if we think about it, the story of Esther. There was a parade of a common man acting as king, which would be like Mordecai being paraded around by Haman, and the execution of a criminal during that time, which was the execution of Haman, and the distribution of gifts, which we do, the Shalach Manot. Also, there's a thinking that Esther is actually a Jewish version of the goddess Ishtar, the goddess of love and beauty. And Mordecai is representing the god Marduk, the god of war, since he did help wage a war against the enemies of the Jewish people. Also, the Hamantashen could have been a fertility cake from the time of the worship of the goddess. And the idea of getting drunk and cross-dressing was part of the celebration, as I mentioned, of the Babylonian holiday. What makes Purim special, though, is that it is the first time that we see a story of a community fearing, the Jews fearing themselves as a minority, the first actual mention of a kind of anti-Semitism. So there must have been something like that when the story was written. And maybe more importantly, we use Purim as an example which has inspired the Jews through the generations that even when things are at their worst, something can happen, even a single person can make a difference and change the course of history and save the people. And I especially like that in this case, the Savior was a woman. Chag Sameach and Happy Purim.